you just take a look at this live stream, the first half hour, hour, whatever.
Well, actually, Thunderfoot, I have watched the stream, and I'll watch it again because I have to edit in clips to show that you're wrong.
Okay, so this part here is the original video, and what I've done is I've pulled down all the parts from the Sargon and Company Hangout to this timeline here, right? And this is the only part where I can actually find him laughing, clearly laughing at something. And so what's he actually laughing at?
I want to say, can I praise the shooter really quick?
So I didn't edit this at all. If it was edited, it would look something like that, right? So that then this would have actually been from somewhere else. But there is absolutely no edit in this whatsoever. So if I undo that, come on, undo. So what I can do is I can take the original clip. I've copied that. Let's dump it on the timeline over here somewhere. And let's actually see if we can get a time code on that and listen to it in context. Yeah. So there's the start of the video. So the time code for it is about there somewhere, isn't it? The time code is about 52 minutes 27 seconds
as well. But I want to say, can I praise the shooter really quick?
So that's it, 52 minutes 27 seconds, and let's listen to that in context, shall we?
You know,
I guess that, I mean, that's been attempted, I would say, before.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've seen a little bit of that
people
before.
exploring it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think they'll try it as well. And I have a funny feeling that the little like anti-SJW warriors, they've kind of inoculated us against this, I think.
Yeah, I would say so as well. But I want to say, can I praise the shooter really quick? Can I just say that at least he didn't take any shit? Is it too soon to say that?
He wasn't a cock, yeah.
Yeah, he's the new alt-right poster boy, Elliot Rogers.
Yes,
that'll be on his tombstone.
Alt-right?
No,
at least that was alt-right.
At least he wasn't a cock.
Okay, so since Thunderfoot says to watch the first half hour of the stream, I will actually include it in this video so that so that he can't just go, oh, you didn't watch the stream or something like that, because I have.
Hey guys, I'm here. We're going to
I am destroying the intro.
You destroyed the intro, crowd. Well, a feminist got triggered.
Yeah.
For the final time. For the last time.
Not too soon, crowd. As I said before, like too soon is literally 5 seconds before it happens. That's when it's too soon.
Okay, so I actually don't think we should be enjoying this because I mean,
I'm not enjoying this.
The woman got killed, and he wasn't really part of any group that I care about. So
right now that we got the moral fagging out of the way, let's actually do this. I like the fact that some of the SJWs on Twitter, according to Lewis, or was it Buzalu who said it, they might be starting to go, it's like, oh, Sargon of Akkad had a mass murderer on his stream because, you know, they have to exaggerate it a bit.
I'm looking around. It's amazing how many people have actually interacted with this guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
yeah, no. The turning around thing isn't really new because, you know, in my last video, I revealed that one of them blackmailed someone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, impersonated them and blackmailed them, extortion and blackmail. And I literally had Garrett, Jabba the Cuck, turn up and say, well, that means he was one of you guys.
Oh, so that
if
anyone,
yeah, like if anyone uses the accusation that this was you know, we're responsible for having this person on our stream or anything like that, he was with Christy Winters, just to point out. Like, he had probably a lot of feminists on his channel as well, so it wouldn't work in their favor to say, "Oh my God, you had a criminal on your show."
It's interesting how he was friends with Christy Winters, wasn't he? I wonder if she has, I wonder if she thought, well, his mental state is unstable or something like that.
He's also been friends with you, Sargon.
Dude, we all knew each other through the internet. There's no fucking way that we can tell what each other's men. Okay, I have anger management issues, and it's fairly fucking obvious, but we can't really look into each other's private lives.
What do you mean, Carl?
Shall we go through the facts of the case?
Hold on, just a bit.
I think it's important to stress that it's only alleged at the moment.
But before we did that, didn't I ask you, Crowd, to look at Inkblots before I got you on my channel? Didn't I test you for, any... Well, I did test all of the people that I get here to see if there are any potential criminals or murderers. I do background checks on them.
I actually have only one thing on my criminal record, so...
You do have one thing on your criminal record.
Yeah, when I was 16, I was arrested for playing football with friends on the Autobahn.
Oh, you monster.
Yeah.
That is horrible. But doesn't it like go away from your criminal record from your 16?
Once you play football on the Autobahn.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're playing fucking soccer on the highway? Are you insane?
The disruption of public traffic, that's the charge.
Well, isn't that the place where auto vehicles that have hundreds of kilograms run at incredibly high speeds?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Hey, there's someone on Twitter called Miss Anonymous who claims to be in contact with one of the victims. Mm-hmm. And she said that, I'll quote the last tweet she sent verbatim. I don't know how true this is. She says, he's told me that, fucking Twitter. He's told me that neither of them, RD or victim, I assume, I don't know what RD is, had but the perpetrator, alleged, had violent tendencies, but that he may have had a PTSD-related episode. So neither of them had violent tendencies, but he may have had a PTSD-related episode.
Ooh, that sounds really horrible.
I've asked if she can come on the stream, but she can't at the moment, unfortunately.
Jesus Christ, that sounds really fucking horrible.
Hmm.
Well, now you ruined the fun of it, Rosalo. Couldn't you hold this till the end?
Okay, so he got triggered.
How dare you ruin the fun of it?
Get triggered, yeah.
Wow,
apparently, Skeptor came up to me 6 months ago, and he told me that he's running a charity, because one of the girlfriends from the Skeptic Feminist apparently ran away from his place and gone to her home. And her parents were very religious and then locked her in her house and didn't want her to come back to the Russian individual. But he was raising to get money to buy a bus and go to her parents. And I thought that, okay, that's really messed up. I'm not going to get involved.
I actually do have to say that he seemed to be a really calm person.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised by this as well, to be honest.
He didn't seem unhinged to me at all. I mean, he's definitely, he's not as some people in their community are fucking unhinged as fuck, but he's really calm. He struck me as a very calm person, someone who very rational indeed.
Well, evidently not that calm and rational, I suppose.
He's a good boy.
Well, to be honest, if you have PTSD episodes, and I mean, that kind of shit, if you have flashbacks and shit like that, that can really fuck you up to a pretty bad extent. So you can be a very calm person on the outside. I mean, my grandfather, World War II veteran, he just beat the living crap out of his kids and out of his wife. But in public, he always behaved very calmly and shit like that.
I think you can beat the shit out of your kids and wife without having PTSD. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing is that ultimately, even with issues with PTSD, if he did actually have serious mental concerns, it's on him to actually go through the process of trying to seek help.
And maybe not to live with two women in a very strange love triangle.
Right.
It wasn't really a triangle because it kind of intersect, how should I say, like a triangle, has like each thing with doing it with the other two dots. But in this case, it was like all three dots at once, from what I understand.
Only orgies, exclusively orgies, is what you're saying.
I don't know, but I assume like
How
the
much
lady,
research have
like
you
it
done?
wasn't like a conservative Muslim family where the wife puts the slippers at the door, right? It was the ladies were doing it with each other as well,
Breaking the conditioning.
breaking the conditioning. Yes.
How do you guys feel about having that girl on the stream?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what
I'm fine with it.
What a girl!
Hold on, right? It's just a person who
Get a female
claims.
perspective.
Like, can she prove she actually knows the victim?
No, this is not the person that says she knows.
No, that's
the
not
victim.
her. It's someone else.
The Miss Anonymous can't come on right now. That's the person
She's
that
a
claims she knows the
YouTuber.
victim.
But
Yeah.
if anyone wants to come, I'm willing to get them, but they have to prove
Okay,
that they
I'm
actually
going to
know
go
the person.
No, okay. I'll just put it on 4chan. That'll be fine. Maybe I'll give it
So
to Angry.
apparently, it's one of the two girls, right? It's
Yeah, all indications point towards it. So he's been charged. He's been arrested and charged with second-degree murder, which indicates to me it's unlikely to be deemed self-defense.
self-defense.
Yeah, and they're not looking
And-
for other suspects. That's a very clear sign.
I actually read one report that said that they were, but I'm not sure about that. So what's more, it seems that he was in his home when it happened. I don't know that for sure, but what I've seen indicates that he was in his home. And after 2 shots were heard, he came outside and was combative and agitated, I think was the
So a
report from the
feminist
witness.
fighting for women's rights had her dead to rights.
Thank you, V, for tabloiding it up for us.
Oh, what did you expect? But
She just wasn't feminist enough.
Fucking Christ! What is it with male feminists? I swear to God.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? How many fucking convictions can we actually have? How many
I
incidents?
wouldn't
can
go
we have?
that road, to be honest. I wouldn't go that road.
Yeah,
because-
normally they're sex offenders. That's true.
Yeah.
Just to trigger Spino here. Hey, Spino, I know you're listening to this because Sargon's your god. You probably have a picture of him next to your wall, and whenever you go to bed, you go like, Carl. But I probably think that there's more convicted feminists right now than there's more convicted people from the alt-right camp.
Yeah, that's probably true. The ones from the other generally get convicted.
I mean, please show me the statistics proving this isn't the case. But I constantly see people who are feminists and social justice just ending up in prison for some reason.
Normally
that
sex offenses. I'm not joking when I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or domestic battery, something to that effect.
My favorite one was Devon Ferrati when he started whining about Trump's pussy grabbing, and then some woman on Twitter was like, "Don't you remember the time you grabbed my pussy, Devon?" And he was just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Did you see that recently? Dan Arrell, who is one of these people on Twitter who unironically has a black flag in their name.
Yeah, unironic communist. Yeah.
Yeah, he said something to the effect of, "You should always believe women who claim to have been raped."
Yeah, and then people are accusing
and then
him of
people
rape.
were accusing him of raping them. Yeah. And
what
then
if
he
it's
didn't believe
actually
them? Shockingly.
what if it's actually done by one of those CIA niggers?
That's a reference to Mr. Medicare.
I think you'll find it was probably an FBI child sex worker. All right. So,
Okay. You know why I love the internet? We get to look at this through a lens of a little bit of humor. Because if you were to be confronted with something like that, you wouldn't be in the position to make even a small fucking joke.
Through the lens of humor, while the bodies are still warm.
Bodies aren't warm yet.
Yeah, but at least I'm not claiming like moral high ground. Like I know I'm underneath the moral the moral hill right now. I'm in the ground when it comes to morality for making this video, so I'm not going to get on a high horse and say like.
In Soviet Russia, feminist shoots woman.
That's funny because he's Russian. I bet Sargon is feeling horrible for laughing.
Did you just say it was because he was Russian? I think that's
Yeah. Is Trump involved in this murder? I need to know.
You know the cliche of the
someone called the BNC.
you know the American cliche of the American cliche of the racist grandfather or the racist grandmother.
Yes.
That also exists in Germany, and I had my great grandmother would like at every Christmas dinner, "Fuck the Jews! The Jews ran all the banks. Fuck the Jews! And you cannot trust Russians. Russians are murderous scum." And yeah,
Holy shit!
Your grandmother
Well,
was
didn't
She
they
was right.
bully your leader? Yeah, didn't the Russians bully your leader until he committed suicide?
well, the Russians killed 8 of my great grandmother's brothers, so I kind of understand it a little bit, but still.
Yeah, but I don't like Germany had a good leader, right? He loved the animals. He wanted.
All I know is that
wanted
now
to do-
Russia is exporting murderers to American society. They're not rigging. They're not only rigging our elections.
Donald
Russians
J.
are
Trump is
murdering
calling for
No,
white women in America.
Let me
Russian
explain.
immigrants.
No, let me explain how it is, right? I'm telling you how it is. Like in Eastern Europe, we actually have police that do their job here, right? And they notice that in the West, like America, they have police that don't know how to do their job. So obviously they're going to do crime there because it's a lot easier. They play it on easy mode.
So what you're saying is basically this is a Russian version of a feminist jihad?
Feminist jihad. The god of peace. Well, I'm curious, like, are we going to hear like this had nothing to do with feminism?
Well, to be
It
fair,
was
it probably
because he was
didn't
an
really
atheist,
have anything
clearly.
to do with feminism, did it? Let's be honest.
It
Well, we don't
probably
know that
didn't,
yet.
yeah, I know.
We don't know for sure.
See, I
But
like
you-
Usama. This
But
is
we
why
can
this.
speculate.
Jesus, what has this devolved to?
I know, we did this.
Well, I think at the very least we probably won't see many more videos from his channel.
Oh, Christ. You know,
I'm
curious-
sorry to disappoint fans of the Skeptic
V,
Feminist
V,
YouTube
V,
channel, but
please.
it might the amount of video might.
No, you know what I
decrease.
think? You
V,
know what I
please
think?
tell me you're monetizing this and that you're making shekels from this.
Of course I am. But you know what's going to be
Well,
funny?
I-
Like a lot of people listen, a lot of people are now going to go on his channel. It's going to be like the dead artist, you know, who has the work.
Yeah,
Dead artist, for fuck's sake.
he's gonna be bigger than ever.
Hold on. I think he's killed two things with this murder: a human and a channel.
No, I think the channel will grow.
He's going to get loads of views.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
He's
the
gonna
channel's
blow up
gonna
bigger
get
than ever.
views, but no more
Like,
content.
I hope he passed down the password to the other girlfriend. At least someone can use the money.
She can keep the legacy alive. She
He needs to use the money for his legal
capitalize on
fund.
the attention.
Well, we're being
You know, I think she said she didn't like his music collection.
Yeah,
I think
How much
she's
is that?
sexist, actually.
Led
if-
Zeppelin's
if-
responsible for this.
I'm actually going through his channel right now and taking a look at some
Yeah,
of the
we
comments.
want-
People have already noticed it. I'm looking at who he's promoting as well. That might be a little embarrassing in the future. Hey, I'm listed as a related channel.
God.
And so are you, Sargon.
Oh,
Not
God.
only the Russians, it's the Germans too.
He's
I think
promoting.
honestly, I think the Russians hacked him. I think
He's
this is what happened.
He's promoting
They
Kevin
hacked his
Logan's
brain.
They
Spanish
hacked his
skin
gun.
points,
Kevin and
painting
Spider.
success.
Oh, God.
Russians, get out of my gun! No.
Honestly, no. Honestly, on a serious note, if you're promoted on that channel, you might want to get in touch with YouTube to try to get that off.
Why?
Yeah,
That's
I think this is gonna get more mainstream.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
I wouldn't worry either.
I bet the mainstream starts painting him as all kinds of things he's not.
He talked to Zargon, the misogynist.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but he
was
also
a real
talked with Lacey
misogynist.
Green.
He's
You know-
like an IRL misogynist. He doesn't
And he was a good friend of Skepta, so when Paul gets on it, he was influenced by Mr.
Oh, okay,
Sheklerstein from
Well,
Israel or some shit like
The
I know
that.
what's
Jews
gonna
got
happen.
to him.
I
This
know
is
what's
this
gonna
is what Skepta did.
The
Yeah,
mainstream
but-
media are going to say, man kills woman. This is a misogynist, anti-feminist. Then they're going to find his channel. Oh, wait, he was a feminist.
Imagine if he was outright, like you would see on the Guardian.
Oh, God,
you
it'd
know,
It'd be front
Nazi
page of New York Times.
sympathizer from the
If Richard-
outright kills woman.
Imagine if Richard Spencer murdered a woman.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
God.
Well,
It would be
technically
like
he
a
was
month straight.
I'm curious
The
what would
headlines would
happen.
have in Trump's America in them as well.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm curious what would happen if Anita Sarkeesian would murder someone. Like, what would the articles be
nothing.
like? I'm
Oh my
curious
God, can you
about
even-
the
She's a good
headline.
girl. She didn't do nothing.
What?
Imagine what Polygon. They shill.
Can only imagine how many
every
videos I
fucking
do on
thing.
That would be.
Do people like Polygon actually have the spine to regard her murdering someone as like bad enough to stop endorsing her?
No,
Yeah, I think the
fallen
apprehension
feminist
is
hero. That's what it'd be, or justified murder.
She couldn't
I
take
think
the
the
oppression
patriarchy.
anymore. She just snapped. And this
Yeah.
is something that happens to a lot of women this day. If you go to a woman's prison, every woman's story is the same. One day she just snapped and shot the bitch.
Or
which
she was
is why-
defending herself. That would be the argument.
Yeah,
Look at the, that
definitely
chick-
self-defense against the person who doesn't.
Look at that
have a
chick
gun.
from the Women's March who tortured and murdered a guy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? She actually did it, and do you know she tortured him for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 fucking weeks.
To be honest, the thing that surprised me about all of this is I had a conversation with someone quite a long time ago. if you go to alt-right YouTubers, the further you go right, the further insane it gets. And there's, for example, an alt-right YouTuber, who talks about how the color violet, was invented by Jews to degenerate the white race and shit like that. And he talks about the necessity to colonize and exterminate certain ethnicities once the white ethnostate has been established. And I watched this kind of shit, and I told my friend, I think it will be one of these people who will be the first to actually get off YouTube and commit an actual crime.
Probably.
I was proven wrong. But
do you want to see, guys, how I can trigger Lewis really, really bad?
Okay.
Right. So obviously this horrible tragedy has happened, and we need to talk more about gun regulations. I honestly think guns shouldn't be so easily available. Like
you're not going to trigger me on that. I'm not really a gun enthusiast.
Billy actually wants to disarm the public. If you didn't know.
Yes, I want to come from Romania to take your guns away. And this is how I'm going to do it.
I seriously hope he doesn't have a video on his channel criticizing gun control.
No, he likes guns. He actually likes guns.
I wouldn't think he would. He strikes me as the sort who's probably pro-gun use.
No, he was in the military, I think. So
yeah.
Hence the PTSD potentially.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck did he see in Russia? Like, do the Russians actually have like activity?
Dude, what fucking don't you see in Russia? Do you not watch like the dash cam footage?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Russia.
That's what I mean. They're exporting their murderous culture to America.
But I mean, like Russia military. Like,
I'm going through his Twitter feed. One of his last tweets was one of his recent tweets was, "Hi Lacey, we're feminists and longtime fans of your work. We also engage with the other side, and we'd like to have you on." So I guess that might be one of the reasons why the fellow SJWs of him, for example, turned on him.
Oh, it's not just that. It's because you see, when you're on SJW, like there is one thing you never do, and that is talk to Sargon. Like,
of course.
And yeah, he actually, I love Sargon. Not you, Carl. I love the concept of Sargon because when I go on NeoGAF, right, and they talk about anything, they always bring Sargon. He's like the Satan, It's like going to a Catholic church and hearing them talking blah blah blah. Satan is everywhere and he's watching you. And it's the exact same shit when you go to NeoGAF. It's like Sargon is watching this and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time on NeoGAF, guys.
And it's not just NeoGAF. Like if you go on 4chan or 8chan on Paul or on BTAR,
Sargon is there. He has multiple accounts. He is there. I can confirm that.
I've got 5
He's told
accounts.
me in a private message.
Every now and then you see it's like someone contradicting them and saying like, no, you're wrong. You're Sargon in disguise, aren't you?
It's true. I'm telling you, he has multiple anonymous accounts on 4chan and Poll, just everywhere. Well, that's the same thing, but he's everywhere.
You want to know the real surprise is that I am the only person on Poll.
It's literally just millions of accounts just interacting with one another,
and I run them all. But seriously though, it does crack me up. This is why I actually don't like to be anonymous myself, is because like every time someone will send me like a 4chan person, go, they're talking about you. I'm like, okay, I don't care. But they'll send it to me, and then like a bunch of people are like, oh, hello, Sargon, spotted you, and I'm just thinking, you are on some wacky witch hunt because you have no fucking idea who you're talking to. Sorry, that's...
they've seen through you.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
They don't know. That's the thing. They have no fucking idea.
No, hold on. Let me share my screen so I can show you this, because this is too damn funny.
Thunderf00t just tweeted that out.
Hey, Monday Matt is in the chat as well.
Oh, you might have some input.
We're doing a live stream talking about this, making jokes about it, turning off the pesky ethics.
Like does he have the heart and the soul to trash talk a tragedy? Like this is what I ask myself. Can you see Monday Matt saying that? Yeah, it looks like a feminist guy.
I think he's too normie, to be honest.
He definitely is too normie.
Jeff is doing a solo stream about this, and I think he's being a bit more somber than we are.
He's being very somber. I just
so you guys see my screen, right? Apparently, this is on NeoGAF, and they're talking about outright Canadian who decides to go to Italy to throw flares at refugee boats in order to protect the white race, of course. And it's Lauren Sodom. And then you see, it's funny, but not really, how all the popular internet fascists come from Gamergate. Mike Cernovich, Milo, Sargon, Ian Miles Chan. Off topic, Lawrence Adden is evil.
Well, it's true that we are all dyed-in-the-wool fascists.
Can I
Any
red
such
pill
abuse-
NeoGaf really quick? I'd like to
Yeah,
red
go
pill
ahead.
NeoGaf. Laura Southern is Carl Benjamin.
No.
And I don't think you actually know that.
Well, actually, I have a picture of that. I'm going to show it in a bit. There is a picture that would definitely confirm this.
It does. I know it for a fact. He's DM'd me.
Isn't Lauren Southern part Jewish or something and fled Denmark and her ancestors fled Denmark during the Nazi occupation?
Oh dear,
Yes,
Paul's not
Sargon.
going to like this.
Oh my god, that would be.
Well, at least her ancestors fled Denmark during the Nazi occupation or something like that.
Can I just?
Right,
Can I
So I
just
think this is the picture with Sargon of Akkad.
she made a video about the Italian boats. She made a video about it.
She made a video because it looked like she was like revolting against the Italian government or something.
She was basically doing what the police weren't doing against illegal action.
I think the Italian government was oppressing her in Canada. That's what happened.
I recommend you give a video a watch. She explains it.
I recommend not taking illegal action if you're in a foreign country.
Yeah.
I would also recommend that. Yeah.
She was taking. I think what she was doing was illegal, but it was against people doing illegal things, so it wasn't as bad as it seemed.
Okay, so let me
There's one more thing we have to say. You know that the SJWs are going to fucking spawn over the stream that we're having right now.
That's what I
care
said.
about their opinions.
I don't care.
But I do just want to remind you guys that the stream started as making jokes about a tragedy, but then it's actually got worse because now we're just talking about random bullshit.
Yeah.
So does Monday Matt want to come on?
I told my Twitter audience that this was an info gathering stream.
Well, if
It is.
Monday
Do you
Matt
have
is
any
going,
info for us to gather?
I have to say, if Monday Matt is going to come on, there are 5 people here already. So that's already too much for a stream. So I'm going to leave if Monday Matt comes on, so you have more room and the conversation.
No,
is
I like it
constantly.
so far. You're not moral fagging about this issue, which is what I like. Sargon, however, is moral fagging.
I
Like
am moral
there's no
fagging.
tomorrow.
It's because we're getting close to the truth. That's what the problem with every one of you, including you, crowd. The problem is that we're getting too close to the truth. And the truth is that this is tied to Russia. This is.
Yeah, guns don't kill people. Russians kill
Get
people.
Louis
That's
Mason.
what's-
The question is,
Yeah, exactly.
the question is, how much does the Russian government pay Sargon to moral fag on this stream? That's the question that I have. What are
I
your
would tell you, but I have too much integrity. I will never keep my paycheck. I will never reveal the paycheck.
Man, let me tell you something funny as hell. Like, I don't talk this about on my channel, but like in Eastern Europe, there is so much hysteria over Russian hackers, like hacking building companies and whatnot. Like, it's become a new trend. And I'm honestly thinking that this is going to be used in order for the EU to have more control and regulations over the internet. Right?
Probably.
Yeah, because they're constantly on. It's like this building company. It's like, oh, they told their workers to stay home today because there's going to be another Russian attack tomorrow. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know?
How again is this
possibly
related? How again is this related?
Well, actually, just a real quick point. I was going to say that actually my company sent out multiple emails basically just telling everyone in the company to not open any emails because they've apparently been dodging attacks from that shit that just recently came up, that malware. That
I
got
know a
leaked.
bit more about this. It's ransomware, and I've encountered it before. Someone in my family got their computer fucked up. It basically runs through all your personal files, encrypts them, and replaces them with an encrypted version, and then tells you to open the onion router to get to a site that's on basically the dark web, and forces you to pay in bitcoins a ransom for your file key. There's no reason to believe that they would actually give you the key. So what's happened is the way it happened to the person in my family was they got an email from someone they knew whose account had been hacked. Their email account had been hacked, and they sent through a zip file with a JavaScript file inside. Windows can run JavaScript files, and then the JavaScript can do all kinds of things. It downloaded a bunch of code from online to run the virus on the machine. It downloaded the code so it wouldn't be picked up by a virus scanner, encrypted all the files. So all that's happened with the NHS and with these other companies, I suspect, but I don't know, is that some intern has opened an email with the JS in it and thought, oh, that's brilliant. Let's open this file for no reason. And then encrypted all the files, and there's no backups, there's no security, no firewalls, nothing. And then it's been spread automatically to a bunch of other companies who have done the same thing, because none of these companies have decent security, as far as I can tell. People just need to be more fucking careful with what they click on.
Apparently, neither one of the skeptic feminist girlfriends didn't have security.
She downloaded the wrong file, and that was
dark, man.
What's funny is that malware comes from the CIA. That's been the connection, is that it's been material taken from the CIA because they compiled all of it.
They have records of everything, yeah. But it's funny that the security software is already can already defend against this. I saw a video of something called Komodo Firewall, which I don't know if it's the only one that can do it, but someone ran the latest version of the virus, the one that's currently going around, with this firewall up, and it just did nothing. So it's not like having security software is ineffective. People just don't use it. People just have shit security.
Yeah.
Can anyone find me the story with the skeptic feminist crowdfunding? Like anyone that could tweet it out to me would be really good.
No. I'm not going to dig further into stuff. I think I'm actually going to drop out of this hangout. I have other stuff to work on anyway. In a certain way, it's dawning on me that I'm actually just making jokes about something like this.
But it's such a good quality hangout crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
What exactly are we supposed to make jokes about? Like, tell me other things. Like, it's funny because not the joke itself, which is horrible, but it's funny to see how people react.
Continue going on male feminists who are convicted sex offenders. I could pull up a few articles. And
definitely.
Yeah, what about that guy that Hannibal, whatever? You went back and forth with that guy forever until he was convicted as a pedophile.
Well, no, yeah. Well,
there's also something. There's also something.
You have to understand. Like, feminists argue for the rights of women, not the rights of children. So there's absolutely nothing.
There's also something else. Something that wasn't in my video yesterday. You remember what I presented? The fact that one of them hacked an email account and used that email account to get the docs of someone, create an impersonating account, framing someone as a rapist and a sex offender, and then blackmailing that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you got all of that out of it. Okay. The Gmail account that was hacked, that person to whom that Gmail account belonged had private conversations with someone called Exiled. Exiled is an old atheist YouTuber. She has been around for 8 years, been around with the Justica types and so forth forever. And here's something interesting. Kevin Logan published the private messages that were sent from the hacked account to Exiled. I'm really, really interested how Kevin Logan got those messages.
You should have included that into your video.
Yeah, I only found out about it today because Exiled contacted me and told me that had happened. So Kevin Logan, either these private messages that were gotten from a hacked account, either the SJW community just shared them amongst themselves, or Kevin Logan was involved in this.
You could always do like a really quick Bearing style video where you just
update. No, I'm already working on something else anyway.
All right,
but maybe I'll do it. Who knows?
Yeah.
The funny thing is that the video where he made a response video to me, and I reminded him of that in the comment section. And soon after posting that comment, the video got flagged off YouTube. So that's also really interesting.
Did you see what the social justice community had to say in regards to your video?
Ignoring the blackmail and the extortion and everything.
And then it said like, oh, so you're saying all of them are guilty. Saying like all of the SJWs are guilty. Like, yeah, if you're not going to at least talk about it and what's inside your community, then I think you're forming ranks, and I do think I'm not going to engage with you, and it's my choice who I want to engage with. I don't think you should go to jail. Obviously, I don't think something bad should happen.
Well, no, I think the guy who did the blackmail and extortion should go to jail.
Yeah.
Well, obviously him, but I got his friends.
That guy.
Yeah, there are. I mean, the clear depiction in the video that I took away the takeaway rather in that video by Crowd. Is that we are the side.
Someone just posted in the chat, Deadpool will delete your account in real life.
Anyways, the takeaway from your video, Kraut, that I had is that the actions that we see on the other side, and this is very much true from what I've seen. we wouldn't tolerate this in any way. I mean, how much criticism has Armored Skeptic and Atheism is Unstoppable? How much criticism have they gotten? How much pushback have they gotten?
I just mirrored Kevin Logan's video after it got flagged off YouTube, and also I contacted YouTube support to reinstate his video to take away the flag. And more importantly, I asked YouTube support to specifically tell me who false flagged it. I think YouTube support should make it public when somebody false flags someone. I want to know who false flagged it. I want to make public which account false flagged his video.
Yeah, I do hate false flagging. I hate flagging in general. Actually, I really don't like it.
Yeah.
Unless
don't either.
I mean, if there was something like legitimately illegal in it, then fine.
But even then, I think you should call the cops. Like, if you take the video down, it's
well, no,
it's not
because
a-
there's legal reasons to take the video down. It's just way easier for
But
you.
the thing is that the problem is that the rules that they have are so broad to what actually can be flagged that if you do a video, and I tried to explain this to another YouTuber recently, and they refused to listen to me, that when it comes to the bullying harassment guidelines in YouTube, all you have to do is say somebody's name. And I don't mean like doxing them. I mean the name of their channel. All you have to do is do that, and that's grounds for flagging for you bullying, targeting someone.
Really?
Yes. I've had it happen to me. It's like any video that you do where you basically showcase another person's video and you talk about them and you mention them by name, that's grounds for you being a bully or a harasser, according to YouTube's guidelines. And they enforce it. You just luck out if you don't have some cocksucker come along and flag it.
Yeah, well, the question is, like, is YouTube a platform to actually have discussions about these things, or is it just to show videos of kittens and puppies?
Well, that's up to them. That's up to them what they want to do about this. I mean, the whole canard of ad-friendly content is just a joke.
Bullshit. I love how YouTube's making, well, not making stats count, but everything's running along as it was, and everyone was happy. And suddenly, oh no, everything has to change. No, it doesn't. Everything was fine.
I'm gonna drop out and work on my video.
Okay.
Thanks for this chat. V, I hope you fucking monetize this and make some shekels from it. I'll talk to you guys later, hopefully. See ya.
See you later, man.
Can you show us some of the feminists doing what was it, pedophilia and rape and other things?
I don't think we can show it, but we can get some reports up.
I'm sure there's an article out there of somebody covering it.
Can we do some guilt by association while we're at it?
Yeah, okay, hang on.
Well, the thing, it isn't guilt by association. It's just noticing a trend, and a trend that is there.
No, you know what?
On the other side,
they're the first to point out that all people in the alt-right hate the Jews.
You want to put it up on the screen?
They will listen. They will say that all people in the alt-right hate the Jews. All people in the alt-right are racist. All people in the alt-right are misogynist and blah blah blah.
All male
but when they
feminists
have
like I like the way this is going.
Yeah, and that's you open the door for discussion for other people to say, well, feminists are rapists, and they have something against women.
Yeah, this isn't even a complete list. This is nowhere even near a complete list.
Google, I guess. That was just the one I saw.
I'll click on your.
Yeah, one of the more interesting ones is the California Congressman. I think it's Lee. He was actually like front and center for the whole attempt to censor games and to regulate them and using the federal government. He was front and center for all of that.
Can you share the link, please, Uzalo?
It's in the chat.
To what Sargon posted
in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, can you share the screen
again? Oh, do you want me to
no,
share
to share the screens with it. Yeah. Because
I
have a lot of my job, but well, if you don't want to, I'll do it.
It's fine. I'm fucking with you. There we go. Men who accuse Gamergate of misogyny. Where are they now? In jail.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know. I don't think that Kirstein guy or whatever, I don't think he's in jail.
Who?
I don't think the fucking faggot manlet that's on there.
We've got Matt Hickey, Devin Ferrasi, Robert Marmolejo, Jamie Kilstein.
There you go, Jamie Kilstein.
Okay. Juan M. Thompson and Leyden Yee.
Oh, that Juan M. Thompson one's hilarious. He's the dude who used to work for fucking Wall Street Journal or something. He vandalized a bunch of Jewish tombstones.
Oh, he worked for The Intercept too. Until he got fired because he was making up stories.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
Thompson was arrested by the FBI in March 2017 for allegedly making bomb threats against at least 8 Jewish community centers in the US, according to officials. Thompson phoned in and emailed many of the threats under his ex-girlfriend's name within the preceding 2 months in an effort to frame her. Thompson, who allegedly
that guy's a fucking lunatic.
At least one threat under his own name, under the pretense that his ex-girlfriend was framing him. He had also emailed the Anti-Defamation League in his own name in late February, pointing to his ex-girlfriend as the perpetrator of all of the bomb threats. Great. Well, what outstanding member of society.
Well, you know,
You know,
he
it's
is a
funny.
feminist, so you can't you can't really judge him, as it were.
Yeah. What's
Well,
more
what I'm really
important?
shocked
Exactly.
is that the Society of Professional Journalists, right, when they have to talk about Gamergate, they got 10 bomb threats, coming from the other side. And it's like, okay, so all the important journalists were there and no one like reported on it. No one even like, oh, well, whatever.
Only the Society of Professional Journalists getting bomb threats for you.
Liz, I gotta say that I think we need to actually focus on the epidemic of hijab pulling. I'm pretty sure that takes a little bit more precedence than that.
I think actually what's more important is how many scoops Donald Trump has.
Yeah, that's true. 2 scoops too many.
Oh god, that was honestly Time Magazine and the Wall Street Journal and fucking the
CNN.
Times. Yeah, but these are publications that people respect, and it's just like, what are you fucking doing?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, again, just not anymore. I mean, I have I want to do a video about this, but one of the things that Pew did was they did this whole fucking gathering based on all this different research where they talk about the toxicity of the internet and what can be done about it. And it's just everything that you expect. It's just like, what is the issue? People are saying things that we don't like and we can't control. So what's the answer? Censorship. And it's just like, these people are at this point are just predictable. They're just so predictable.
Well, they don't have any other answers, do they? That's the thing.
No, and the thing is, if you look at these different outlets at this point, it's just a clear litmus test of who's who. If you use certain words, if you use certain arguments, you're not coming up with anything original. You're just repeating someone else's talking points. Yeah. And in the end, it's just to suit your own political agenda.
Yeah.
And honestly, what I find interesting, right, is that many feminists and even other people, they would say, oh my God, Sargon of Akkad sent his troll army on me, or this person who watches Sargon of Akkad sent me a death threat, right? And then they completely ignored the person. They don't even want to know who the person is, right? They don't even care. And they just start attacking Sargon. It's because, he says something that mind controls people, and they completely take away the responsibility of the individual. Like, people who watch Sargon are like hypnotized, like Mowgli by the snake god. And they just have to, just send death threats and commit criminal activity.
It's actually pretty amazing with these people as well, because the report that I just mentioned, that's from Pew, and I guess let me pull up the link and I'll just post it so you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing with these people because if you actually go through what the recommendations are, they're all anonymous. The people that are on the social justice side, with a few exceptions, they're all anonymous. They all do it intentionally because they don't want their names out there to know that they're in favor of censorship. Or AI bots and the things that Harmful talks about all the time, the filtering. These people are all anonymous and believe in earnest that anonymity is the issue, that what needs to happen is that I need to put my name out there. That's the issue. They can be anonymous. That's fine with them. But the issue is that I'm anonymous. I use a pseudonym so people don't know. That's the issue. And I think that 90% of this is them trying to find the means, the tactics to harm their political opponents. That's what I think that most of this is. They don't really care about toxicity and blah, 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 blah. It's just about how can we either garner more power on our own end in a community or online or in a business or in an industry, wherever, and how can we disarm and minimize our political opposition. When they talk about power politics, that's what they're engaging in 99% of the time.
Who, SJWs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mentioned that I did a quick scientific poll in the chat here. I asked people to press 1 if they think it's not too soon to make the skeptic feminist murder memes. And I have to say, the ones have it.
What?
It is apparently not too soon.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing I want of chat, and this is going to be my only demand of chat, and I've asked this recently for a few things, including my fleece jacket the other day that I'm going to have to get repaired, and it's going to be a miracle if I can actually get it repaired. Probably be around $22. But I need chat right now to press F to pay respects for the fallen. I demand that of them. if this is going to be a serious stream, okay, if we're going to be
Which of course
somber and respectful, I need everyone right now to press F to pay respects.
Otherwise,
Someone
you hate
die.
everyone.
Jesus Christ! Look at the ones in the chat now.
So I want to share a screen with you guys to show you how some people who are totally not SJWs are behaving. And this is after Kraut released this video with attacking SJWs, right?
Go on.
So can you see the screen? Oh, hold on. You probably can't.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
No,
It's just small.
I made Uzulu be the default screen share. Okay. So we have Sterkor Dominus. So people praise Go Green for coming to our side, but when Spinosaurus wants to build bridges, he's an infidel. Why the double standard? I don't understand why you tagged me with this guilt by association is a terrible reason.
You associate
lighting
with
them on
guilty
fire.
people. You are fucking guilty. What more do you want?
So
You're guilty of associating with these shitbags.
I replied to him, so you defend them. You're one of them, aren't you, you sick, twisted fuck?
Actually, I've got a bigger problem. I'm playing Ark Survival Evolved, and I was on a little green frog that was only like level 8, and I'd called him Common Pepe, and he just got killed. And now I'm miles away from my base and I have to walk back. So I would like you all to press F to pay respects there, please.
Yeah, because we clearly needed more Fs in the chat.
Well, I'm
Anyway,
sorry, but this is a genuine loss. Okay, I needed that frog. He was important.
I respond to this guy. Okay, so I told him.
Killed him.
Larga, this is serious,
Sorry,
right?
Yeah, I am being serious. Now I'm stuck. I am in the middle of fucking nowhere, mate.
Look, compare it. A murder in real life involving a YouTuber or the death of Pepe in a video game. Come on.
Exactly.
Which one's more important?
Exactly.
I think we know the answer.
Get your priorities straight, V.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about Spino here, so this is more important, right?
No, it's not.
You know, why would Spino and people like him call out the horrible oppression of Pepe's in video games? These are the real issues. They should be making videos about my pet issues. Come on.
Yes. God damn it, V.
But anyway, I replied to Sterkor Dominus. So you defend them. That means you're one of them, aren't you, you sick, twisted fuck? And at this point, they're bewildered if I'm serious or not, right? Yeah. And finally, we have R the Open House. You know, the RoboCop guy. What's his name? When you hate them so much, you sound just like them. And I replied to him, before I die, I will become a social justice activist, so that when I pass away, there will be one less SJW in the world.
Jeez.
Oh, dear.
I will tell him, like, if he contacts me again, I will say, go back to Total Biscuit asshole, you cancerous fuck.
That's harsh.
You're really going heavy on that TV's asshole meme, aren't you?
Like I said, these people don't offer anything. All they do is sit around and stew. They literally offer no material to work on.
A moral fag. That's all they do.
Well, they don't even talk about any issues. They just talk about drama bullshit. So it's like there's nothing to be gained here. At least with Lacey, and I don't trust her. I'll say that right up front. And I don't trust Lacey.
I trust her. I trust her. I don't know why you don't trust her.
Because
Louis, I know that you might not reflect on your channel, but do you know where the clicks are? Sorry, that was a double bang.
That's why I don't trust her. I think this is about the money.
Yeah, well, but I trust her to be about the money.
But in any case, it's good either way. I've seen people say that it's good either way.
Yes, it is.
Harmful has started with the memes.
Yeah, he's been going for a little while now. There's been a few featured already. Did you see this meme about Good Night Alt-Right? I actually retweeted this. This is pretty funny.
Go on, Chef.
Put it in the chat.
Someone share it. I'm basically doing Robinson Crusoe at the moment. So
yeah, I saw this. I saw the earlier version before the ring around it was added. I'll share it.
Some of you advertisers don't come to YouTube tomorrow. And it has like the skeptic feminist face on.
Well spotted, V.
Yeah. That meme is pretty fucking good. Apparently Karen Strawn just provided an update. The victim was apparently the tenant renting the unit. We can't say for sure that it was one of his 2 GFs.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I mean, it's bad either way because somebody's fucking.
Yeah, of course. But I like his GFs. I'm happy.
But that makes it a little bit like it adds just more questions. Then it's like, okay, if the guy wigged out and murdered a friend, it would make a little bit more sense because that happens a lot. Most domestics are between people that know each other.
So you're saying he's murdering wrong? Like is this what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying it doesn't
make a perfect victim, Louis.
It makes less sense.
Louis, one more second, and you're going to become an alt-right. You're going to go next to the murder, and go like, the statistics. Look what the statistics say.
What I'm saying is that it doesn't make sense for this guy to just murder apparently a stranger. But I mean, that thing has happened before. Like I remember that one atheist who murdered, I think, 2 people in a parking lot over a parking space.
Yeah, we don't know anything about the situation. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go to the truck of peace, stop the truck of peace, and go like, the statistics don't add up. Why are you running over strangers? No, sorry, I know I shouldn't pick on you, but it's like I've been dealing with people who just look at statistics and they try to interpret life based on statistics, and like when you try to apply statistics to the individual, you usually end up looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
Did anyone share that meme that I put out there? I want that shared because it's important. It's going to be important for the future.
What, the good night alt right one? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
This is going to save the future of the white race, isn't it?
No, it's going. Well, it depends on which perspective. If you're alt right, then you would disagree. But if you're an SJW, then you would.
Do you know what I would sell my left kidney for? A discussion between Karen Strawn and Lacey Green.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a lot of money.
No, that is priceless.
Because you're Eastern European. Yeah.
That is priceless. Hey, Karen, do you want to come on? If you want to come on, Karen, just
so you don't want anyone else
on the Twitter.
Karen.
But no, honestly, like, can you imagine a discussion between Karen Strawn and Lacey Green?
I hope she chooses someone who's prepared to challenge her views properly, and Karen would.
Well, don't you think Karen would do that?
Yeah, no, absolutely, she would. I don't really mind who it is as long as that she's not going to get off easy.
What I'm really surprised about Karen, from what I understand, she doesn't have a university degree, right? But she's smarter than a lot of people who do have a university degree.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as a person who did 2 universities.
Do you know who else probably isn't going to get off easy?
Who?
Russian Deadpool.
The Russian guy.
Oh. Russian Deadpool.
I think if you wanted to end the stream now, that'd probably be appropriate. I think it's time to kill it.
Well, I just invited Karen, so I don't want to kill it just yet.
Oh, I see.
There's people calling for Sargon to debate Lacey.
I would happily debate Lacey.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen sooner or later.
Of all of the anti-SJWs she's spoken to, she's not come near me.
She'll eventually smell those views, so don't worry.
She'll come around. I don't know. I can't tell you guys any details, but I tell you what, there has been some funny stuff going on in the background.
What do you mean?
Well, I can't tell you any details, Louis.
Okay.
Is that because we're on stream or because we're not you?
No. In the background of like YouTube drama, I guess, between the SJW and anti-SJW community. Honestly, I think that I honestly think that a lot of them, not necessarily Lacey, but the ones that are angry at Lacey, I think they may be trying to do something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't tell you anything because I don't want to. I don't have enough information yet, but like,
can you whisper it in my ear, big boy? Can you just whisper it?
Well, the thing is, I don't have any real information.
Just whisper the fake information you have.
Is all I can say, and so yeah, I find it very interesting. I think that they are. I think they're attempting to stop us. I think that they see that which way the wind is blowing, and I think that I think this is all a stratagem for some of them.
Well, their attempts to stop us in the past have gone really well, so I guess we can expect.
Yeah, I know, that's the great thing about it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm...
What, get Lacey to infiltrate us, or what's the strategy?
No, look, this whole infiltration thing is nonsense. Like, what are they going to do? Come in and go, hey guys, actually, I think that maybe black people are oppressed by white people. I mean, no one can fucking accept that, you know? Like, it's so dumb. It's like, no, we're not suddenly like, yeah, you know what? The white supremacist capitalist patriarchy is awful. Maybe we should overthrow it.
See, Sargon, that's what you say now, but can you say the same if your face was between her tits?
Yes, I could say later.
No, you can't. You liar. You liar. Well, I know you have to say it now because it's on camera, but when the camera is off...
I don't think V is very dominant in relationships.
I don't think he is either. Jesus. No. I'm not worried about that. But no,
but not quite as dominant as the skeptic feminist, though.
It's not the worry
Jesus.
No, seriously, listen, right? It's not... The worry is not infiltration. The worry I would have is people like attempting to set each other against each other. You know,
I guess that. I mean, that's been attempted. I would say before.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've seen a little bit of that
people
before.
exploring it and stuff. Yeah, but I think they'll try it as well. And I have a funny feeling that the little like anti-SJW warriors, they've kind of inoculated us against this. I think.
Yeah, I would say so as well. But I want to say, can I praise the shooter really quick? Can I just say that at least he didn't take any shit? Is it too soon to say that?
He wasn't a cock, yeah.
Yeah, he's the new alt-right poster boy, Elliot Rogers.
Yes,
that'll be on his tombstone.
Alt-right?
No,
at least that was alt-right.
At least he wasn't a cuck.
That's correct.
So people in the chat are saying Lacey Green versus Tommy Robinson. I would pay some money for that.
I don't even know what they debate.
Yeah, that's the thing. That would actually be awful because they don't know what each other's subject is.
No, but they come into a fresh face.
I like Tommy Robinson, but what does he know about intersectionality?
Well, it's not necessarily about that. I assume that Lacey has the same perspective on Islam that most feminists.
Let me see if I know about intersectionality. Right?
Wow, you'd be surprised. I think that she might actually be more open-minded about it.
You know what would be a great one? It would be Tommy Robinson versus someone, say, like either Cenk Uygur or Kyle Kalinske on Islam. That would be a fucking amazing.
Cenk Uygur versus Tommy
would be amazing.
That would be
Tommy
amazing.
could just sit there
Isn't
rolling out
intersectionality, Sargon, like the thing where everything is connected? Like you can't be just racist. You also need to be homophobic, and you also need to be misogynistic. And
no, that's tied together. It's not necessarily that you're all those things. It's just that
I like when you phrase it as you need to be, though. Well done. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I see. Like there was this case of a white man who went into a black church and shot a bunch of niggers, right? And that's racist. That's clearly racist. But then they had to make him misogynist as well in the newspaper and say, but he shot more women than men, so clearly,
Yeah, that's the important thing.
God, these people are so amusing. If it
there's people in the chat calling on Sargon to debate Johnny Fox.
Who's Johnny Fox?
Johnny Fox.
No, unfortunately, right. There are certain people who are such desperate attention seekers. I have a policy of trolling them by non-interaction, and Johnny Fox is
that guy's like King Nat from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Are you giving him the Varilot treatment?
Yeah, it's funny. I know it once more.
Man, there is something I would say, but we're on the air, so I'm going to save it till we're off.
Okay.
Go on, V, be brave.
No.
Don't be a cock, V.
I got cock. I have cock. Do you know what else is cocked? The gun before the skeptic feminist shot the bitch.
Christ.
Keep them coming, folks. It's not going to get any better. The bar isn't getting any higher today.
I am so sick and tired. Like, okay, who are we hurting by making jokes? But
probably just the guy, just the shooter.
Listen. What if
he's got his phone in jail and he's listening to the
stream?
Well, he's listening to this stream right now.
No, but listen. What if a relative of the victim actually finds the stream and watches it, and she's going to be horrified by the jokes that we're making? That's why we need to censor us.
Well, that's why I'm anonymous, so I don't fucking care. I'm not paying for your funeral. Sorry. Sue the guy that shot her, not me.
Yeah, I love the way they'd be moral fagging over us and not him. These murdered a woman.
Why are you stealing my word, moral fagging?
Because it's true. It's not even like a legit moral concern. It's just it's just being a dick.
It's just one-upsmanship. That's all
exactly,
it is.
Yeah.
People usually call it like concern.
Monday Man has joined late.
What's up?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Monday Man.
We were just talking about how the shooter in this case, one of the positives is that he's not a cuck, and that's demonstrable. I'd like to hear your opinion on that.
You're going to have to quickly reinform me. Are we talking about Russian Deadpool here? Or
Yeah, Russian Deadpool is not
okay.
a cuck, and that is
I
confirmed.
woke up and I'm not fully informed on the situation. So
Well, it turns out he's a suspect. Yeah.
I read something that he killed somebody and that he's in jail. That's all I've read so far.
Yeah. He definitely triggered someone. He had a woman dead to rights.
Was he wearing the jumpsuit though? Was he wearing that tracksuit?
We
That's what I
don't
want to know. I want to know, was it covered in blood when he got arrested? And he's like, hold on, I got a fresh one in the trunk of my car.
Are we now going to trial all
the
our terrible
information we have
jokes?
so far is fairly speculative, but it seems to have been one of his girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
people
know.
say either the girlfriends or one of the landlord. Like, there's no information. This is why I said it's a tabloid. Like, we're just speculating.
It would make sense if it's one of his girlfriends. That seems like the typical male feminist approach.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah, but then again, if it's the landlord, it would make sense because that
Not
he's
a landlord,
taking
it's
it out on the
tenant.
bourgeois. No, he's
Another
taking it out on the
tenant.
bourgeois. Yeah.
I guess
Another
if he is
tenant.
taking it on a landlord, he's fighting against capitalism. So maybe there's that.
If the landlord was a male, then you could say he's fighting the patriarchy. But I don't think
No.
it is, right? It's a woman.
No, it was a woman. That's what
It's a
I
woman.
said.
That just
if
even
it's
makes
a
it
woman,
more funnier.
How
I
dare she
guess.
have access? Well, how dare she have access to the means of production? You know,
Hey,
How dare she there?
I just found something about the case. Someone's pointed to the fact that in a video of his, he has a scar on his forehead, but in the police photo, he doesn't have one. And there's also some marking on one of his cheeks, but in the old video, it's not there. Conspiracy. Dun dun dun.
No, it has his name. I've seen people connect the name.
is
It's
his
the
name.
same guy and same
Same
name.
guy, same name.
It's
what
what
people
people
don't
probably
understand.
wear makeup. I mean, they
Yeah,
will
but
get
here,
it all the time.
no. Here's the thing that most people don't understand, right? In the newspaper, it doesn't have to be the actual photo of him, at the police.
Oh, okay. So
It
could've been
can
a
be
more
like an
possible
earlier
photo.
photo, and this is what a lot of journalists do, right? They just try to Google shit before they actually put the photo. So it could be that.
Gotcha.
Either that or he went back in time.
Let's say that all of this is wrong. That actually he didn't do anything. He's been a good boy,
I'll
and this
apologize.
is all
I'll take
false.
the video down. Yeah.
No, keep it up. Who cares?
Well, no. If it's an innocent man, then I don't want him to be
Oh, okay.
understanding.
Fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
let's
I have
be
this thing called
realistic here.
standards, Lewis. I know you Americans don't really have them, but here in Eastern Europe, we actually care about this shit.
Let me tell you about Eastern European standards, Louis.
Yeah, and making money when that is something he brags about as being like an unethical money grubber.
Something
But
like that.
see, I am honest with people. Like, this is my only quality. I don't have many, but being honest is one of them.
Allegedly.
I wasn't aware gypsies could
Allegedly.
be honest. Just thought
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Well, I'm honest that I'm going to steal from you. Why don't you understand? It's your fault if you don't guard your property.
Are you there?
Oh, by the way, Monday, just off topic now. What do you think about the Alien Covenant?
I haven't seen it yet. It doesn't come out here for like 4 more days.
That's
Yeah, see,
that's
I know
such a shame.
us Americans, we create these films, but they want to release them everywhere first because of piracy problems. So, I have to just then pirate a copy of it, which then prevents me from going to see it in the theater. It's just
So let me get
circle of
this
life.
straight: Russian people who kill women get to see your movies first.
Yes, yeah.
And now I'm going to show you the spliced clips from the stream used in Thunderfoot's video.
So how did YouTube's skeptical community deal with this?
Well, a feminist got triggered.
Yeah.
For the final time. For the last
Not
time.
too soon, crowd. As I said before, like too soon is literally 5 seconds before it happens. That's when it's too soon.
So as well. But I want to say, can I praise the shooter really quick?